What's up, everyone? In this video, we're going to be going through the entire Amplify platform step by step. So this is going to be a very comprehensive overview of all the different areas and systems and where you can make updates. And if you've been looking for a starting point to get started with Amplify, this was the video for you. So the first thing we're going to start with is the dashboard. Now this is going to be much more useful once you're actually using the system, you have leads coming into your pipelines, you're using the social media functions, because then what you can do is you can see what is happening to all of those different opportunities, those leads, those sales, and you can also edit the dashboard by clicking this edit button. And you'll see there's a whole bunch of different types of widgets that you can add, everything from email to social media to, if you're using the Meta ads and Google ads media managers over there, you can customize this however you want. So it's more of an advanced feature since a lot of our users are not using all of the different aspects of Amplify, but this is here for you, and that's why it's the first thing you typically see, since it can give you a good overview of your entire sales and marketing system. The next thing we're going to look at is conversations. This is your universal inbox. This is where all of those chats will come in, all of the text message replies, all of the email replies, social media replies. It really just depends on what you've connected to the system. And anyone is replying to an email or a text message that was sent from within Amplify, or they're emailing or texting an Amplify phone number or an Amplify email address, then that will show up here. You can also connect social media channels. So this can be a place where you can see comment responses, direct messages from Instagram, Facebook, all those different platforms. And what's really cool about it is everything is connected. So for instance, here you can see the different types of messages we have here. And this is just a demo account, but here you can see this is a text message reply, or actually this is a live chat. This is a phone call. So if you're receiving calls from your Amplify phone number, those will also show up here. You can even have those calls recorded if you want, and then you can play back the recording right here. So you'll be able to see exactly what type of message you're dealing with. And then when you click into it, you'll see the conversation here in the middle. And then if you wanted to get over to the contact record for this particular conversation, or the person who sent or is replying to the conversation, you can just click on their name up here. Next up, we have calendars. This is your replacement for something like Calendly or Acuity scheduling. You can set up as many calendars as you want. And if you want to set up a calendar, you have to go to calendar settings. And here in this demo account, we just have one calendar, but you can add new ones, and there's different types of calendars. The most common is the personal booking for one-on-one meetings, or if you have a sales team and you want leads to get distributed to different people, one after the next, you can set up what's known as a round robin calendar. There's even some additional calendars down here that are brand new, such as event calendars for physical events, or service bookings, or collective bookings, or class bookings. So there's lots of opportunities. Once you build a calendar, there's lots of settings here for how you can customize it. The most important things to know is you want to make sure you set your availability properly. And with booking rules, there's a whole bunch of different settings here. I believe we have a separate video on calendar settings, or if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, but it's important to get all of this set up properly. Also, make sure you have your notifications set up. So here you can see who's going to get notified and through what channels. Some of these notifications are for the person booking the appointment, as well as whoever's going to be meeting with them on your team, or maybe it's you. So pay close attention to the different notification settings. Now, once you have your calendar set up properly, you can click this share button, and this is where you can share your scheduling link. And just to show you what it looks like, very similar to Calendly, you can share this link and people can book a time with you. You can customize this form as well. You can also click on the embed code, and this will allow you to embed this entire calendar onto your website. And it doesn't even have to be an Amplify website. You can use it on pretty much any website. You can also set the meeting location. There's integrations with Google Meet as well as Zoom, but if you rather just chat with someone on the phone, you could set that, or if there's in-person meetings happening, you can set that as well. Next up, we have contacts. This is the core of the CRM functionality for the entire platform. You can see there's a lot of test contacts here, but let's just click into one contact record. So on the left, this is where you see all the contact fields, and all of this is customizable. So if you want to add additional folders and move things around so that you have the most relevant information at the top, you can do that. And I'll show you how to do that in just 1 second. Then you'll see the conversation right here, very similar to the conversations tab, where if you want to see the conversations you've had with a particular contact,
That's going to show up here in the middle, and you can send them messages here. You can send them SMS, you could send them email, depending on what contact info you have on file for that person. And then over here on the right, if this person were to visit your site or fill out a form or book an appointment with you, other settings over here on the side. If you want to associate a contact with a company, you can do so here. If you want to create an opportunity, which we're going to get to in a minute, you'll see that opportunity here. Also, you can set appointments and a whole bunch of other things here on the sidebar. The tags here at the top are very important. Tags are a great way to segment your contact database, so make sure to use tags. You can also assign owners, so this is also very helpful for notifying different individuals. What you got to do is click on contacts, then go to folders. And these are those folders that are on the sidebar. You can click into them, you can edit them. You can also add new ones as well by creating a new folder. Next up, we have opportunities. So contacts are the individual people that are in your database, and opportunity, if a prospect were to fill out a form on your website, you can have that land here in the opportunities column for new lead, and all of this is customizable. So these stages at the top should match your sales process. Now we provide you with a starting point, which is called Lead Tracker. This is our basic lead funnel, but of course it is fully customizable. To customize it, just click on Pipelines, then click into the 3 dots here for Lead Tracker, or you may see something else depending on when you onboarded with us, and you can customize all these different stages. You can move them around. You want this to match your sales process. What's really cool about opportunities is that these opportunity cards can be moved by clicking and dragging. And you can also automate what happens when you click and drag them. So there's a two-way automation going on here where if you want, you can have things happen on the back end if you were to move one of these opportunities to a specific stage. That would be something you'd set up under automation. On the opposite side, if there's an automation set up that says, hey, every time this happens, move new lead to appointment booked, that can happen as well. And that's a perfect example, because a lot of times if someone books an appointment, you want them to move into the appointment booked column here in your opportunities. So that would be something you'd set up, very simple automation. When you click on a card, it's going to bring up some basic information for that opportunity. And if you click on the title of the card, it's actually going to bring you to the contact record and go to contact details. This is where you can see all of the contact info for that particular opportunity. Next up, we're going to jump down to AI Studio. Now, this is a new feature enabled in your account. Just let us know. We'd be happy to enable that for you. This is the AI website and app builder, similar to using something like Lovable, where you are basically prompting your way through building a website. Then, of course, you have AI agents. There's a whole bunch of AI functionality throughout Amplify. This is where you can build voice AI for answering the phone calls that you receive, or responding to social media inquiries, or having a live chat set up on your site with an AI agent. Now, everything is dependent on a knowledge base, so that's the starting point. You want to create a knowledge base and train it so that these agents have the proper information. Then from there, you will attach that knowledge base to a voice AI agent or a conversation AI agent. Next up, there's a lot of hidden features under marketing. This is where you're going to access the social planner, similar to Buffer or Hootsuite or the Meta Business Suite, but you can connect to a whole bunch of social platforms. All of these platforms can be connected to, and you can then schedule your posts so that you don't have to manually post to every different channel on your own. There's also some stats you can review, and you have a whole bunch of different settings here that you can explore to see all the comments that come in on various channels. And pretty much anything you need to manage your social media is going to happen under Social Planner. Next up is email. This is a huge feature because this replaces something like Constant Contact or MailChimp. It is a fully functional email marketing tool. You can set up campaigns, which are those one-time emails that you would send out to your entire list or to a segment of your list. And you can also create templates. And what's really cool about this is with a template, you can use a template either as a campaign, which would be a one-time email, or you can use it in a workflow. So you can build out all of your templates first, and then you can go into these automation workflows and simply select that template. Now, we've provided you with some templates to start with. The most important ones are the ones that are called master template, external email. This is the one that should be on brand for your brand when you onboard with us. We set this up for you. If you take a look at the preview, it should be a very nice, simple, clean layout that you could then duplicate and use for any number of different types of email campaigns. Another really important feature under marketing is snippets. This is where you can write
these text or email snippets, which can then be easily selected whenever you are responding to a contact. Just to show you what one looks like here, this is a happy birthday message. I've customized it, and then if I wanted to send that to someone, I could go to contacts, and as long as I have their phone number, let me just click into this contact for an example. I'm going to send a text message. All I have to do is click down here, and let's send the happy birthday message. Boom, it populates.
These are called custom value.
This will change into this contact person's name once I send it. So this is another super time saver here, where it's going to personalize this text message for this particular contact. So you can see how much time that's going to save you if you are constantly saying the same thing to people via email and text. Some other useful features under marketing are the brand boards. I recommend setting up a brand board, and we do have a separate video on this, but this is where you can store your logo and your colors. And what's really cool about this is once you set up your colors, you'll then be able to select those colors in many different places, such as the funnel builder or the email builder, so you don't have to constantly enter in the colors again and again.
Next up, we have automation. This is also commonly referred to as workflows. Those terms seem to be used interchangeably. Now, this is probably the most complicated part of Amplify, but it's also the most powerful. Now, we've pre-built some workflows and automations for you, and that's part of the benefit of working with us with Amplify rather than starting from scratch. And what's really cool about this is you can build your own workflows as well, or you can customize the ones that we've already created. A good example of a customization would be if you come into Campaign Engine and click on Email Welcome Sequence, you'll see there's a draft automation here. And if you don't see this, again, just reach out to us. This is a relatively new addition. We're always constantly adding. And if something is not in your account that you see here, just let us know. So what this does is when a tag gets added, it's going to put people into this email welcome sequence, and it's going to send them several emails. It looks like for this particular sequence, we have 7 emails, and you can see there's some wait steps between, so you can customize exactly when people will receive those emails. So the easiest way to understand workflows and automations is that they always start with a trigger, something that has happened, and then there's going to be actions, and you're usually going to have more than one action. You can have an action such as adding a tag or updating a contact record or sending an email, sending an SMS, waiting for a certain amount of time, checking if something has happened. You have logic where you can say, if this happens, do this. If that happens, do that. There's so many different actions you can do. And if you just click on add, you'll see all of these different actions. And some of the more common ones are the ones I just mentioned, but it's fully customizable. If you have any questions on how to set up a workflow automation, just let us know. Next up under sites, this is where your landing pages live, and they're known as funnels. And again, we provide you with some templates that you can use as a starting point. This is also where your digital business card lives. So if you have a digital business card that we set up for you and you want to customize it, come into funnels, card share, look for this card share folder, and then you'll see this 3-part funnel. And the one that you're probably going to want to customize is the links page. And if we just open that real quick, you can see here it is. And if I wanted to customize it, I'll just click on edit. And this is where I can customize it in the funnel builder. Now it looks a little intimidating at first, but it's super easy to use. If I wanted to change some of the text here, I just click into it, and you can see some of these are using custom values, but you could just delete this text if you want to just hard code whatever it is that you want it to say. Next, we're going to jump down to reputation.
This is everything to do with Google reviews, Facebook reviews, everything with your reputation online. Now, the best thing to do to start with is to make sure you've connected your Google business profile. To know if it's connected, if you click over on GBP optimization, if it says integrate GBP, that means that you have not connected Google business profile. So you want to do that if you have a Google business profile. Once it's connected, what you can do is set up a widget that's going to capture all of the Google reviews you have, and then you can take this, get the code, and add it to your website. And again, it works on pretty much any site. It doesn't have to be an Amplify site. There's also Google Business Profile Optimization. So once this is connected, it'll actually give you a score and help you improve your Google Business Profile rating. Also, if you wanted to see all your Google Business reviews, you can click on requests, and that's where you're going to see them. We also have some automations in place if you want to use them, where you can request new reviews using Review Booster, which is our automation and our system for getting you more Google reviews. Then if we move down here, there's the mobile app, which hopefully you've already downloaded. It's called Lead Connector, and you can find it on iOS or Android, and you use the same login as you would with your regular Amplify desktop app. This is a really important feature because if you're using the phone system or you're getting messages, you can get all of those notifications directly on the app, and you can do pretty much anything you want other than some of the complicated stuff like building automations. You can update contact records, set appointments, text people, email people, search for the contact database. You can do all of that from the mobile app. Now, we do have a help center, which you can click on down here, or you can simply go to help.earnworthy.com. We have lots of articles in here. You can search for what you need. And if you're still having trouble, just click on get in touch, fill this out, and we will reach out to you to help as best we can. We also have office hours, which we do every single week, Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. This is open to all Earnworthy clients, and you can simply jump on the Zoom call and get your questions answered live. Then, of course, we have our training library. That's what you're watching now. We have a whole bunch of videos, and I try to add a new video every single week. So this is probably the most comprehensive video I've done so far. Most of the other ones are pretty short, but this one was important because we had a lot of feedback from people who just wanted a general overview of the entire app. Let's take a look at settings real quick. If we click on settings down at the bottom, we have the email services. Now, this is something we set up with you during your onboarding process, so you typically do not need to come in here and change it. And you'll see that we have a custom domain set up for you. This should have your domain in it. And then phone system, very similar. If you're using Amplify for texting, you need to have a phone number that is connected to the platform. And then that phone number needs to be A2P approved, which is a process that we take you through to get you compliant. So here you can see if it says A2P verified, that means this number is A2P compliant, which means you can send and receive text messages through the system. Now, there's a whole nother world when it comes to the phone system and all the things you can do with it. You don't have to use this as your main number because this number can be forwarded to whatever your main number is. So you do have to purchase a phone number when you are using this part of the system because that's the only way to get it to work where it can send and receive messages. But a lot of times our Amplify clients will simply forward this number to their main line. So if someone calls it, it's just going to go to their main number. And then this way they're just able to use it for sending and receiving text messages from the system. Another important part of settings are the integrations. I recommend going through here and connecting whatever it is that you want to use with the platform. There are always new integrations getting added all the time. And during the onboarding calls, we try to set up the basic ones with you, such as your calendar, your Google account, Facebook, Instagram, and then it'll give you the option to set up Google Business Profile here as well. But if you're using any of these other tools and you want to bring them into Amplify, then definitely consider getting them connected. If you want to add a team member to your account, simply go to My Staff, and this is where you can add users. You can also set the permissions for what they can and cannot do on the platform. And if you need to update anything with your billing, simply click on Billing. And then last but not least, you have your business profile. You want to make sure this is set up properly and it represents the accurate information for your business, including your business registration type and business registration number. So that's going to do it. Hopefully this was a good, quick overview of Amplify and all the different things it can do, but we barely scratched the surface. There's so much more that it can do and so much more that is rolling out all the time. So if you have any questions about anything we covered, or if there's something you saw in this video that you do not see in your account, just let us know. Sometimes certain features get added at different times and we have to go in and make sure that they're visible to you, especially if you onboarded with us a while back. So you can always reach out to us using our support email at support@earnworthy.com.
And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.